Tesla stock fell again on Thursday amid plummeting sales and nationwide protests over Elon Musk's role in dismantling the federal government. For more on this, it's time for a closer look. After Donald Trump won the election, Elon Musk was riding high. I mean, he wasn't literally riding high. He was riding an inch above both feet on the ground. Still, post-election, his net worth soared, his company's stock prices ballooned. He wasn't just hailing victory, he was hiling it. He was featured prominently at the inauguration, and he was a star among the MAGA crowd.
Elon Musk's net worth has passed $400 billion, according to Bloomberg, making him the first person to reach the milestone.
Front and center at President Trump's inauguration, a lineup of billionaire tech titans led by the world's richest man, Elon Musk, now a top Trump advisor.
Elon Musk takes a wrecking ball to the federal government and a chainsaw to CPAC. Literally, what he told the conservative gathering about slashing the federal government, including thousands of jobs.
This is the chainsaw for bureaucracy. Chainsaw!
This reboot of Texas Chainsaw Massacre sucks. That whole clip just gets worse the longer it goes on. Let's watch it again, but break it into pieces.
This is the chainsaw for bureaucracy.
All right, fine. At least I know the point he's trying to make. It's a little lame, but he wants to make cuts, so it tracks. But please tell me his next line isn't to just yell chainsaw again.
Chainsaw!
Oof. Feel like he maybe didn't think this through. And look, I don't have a good primal scream. I know that about me. But because I don't have one, I would never give a limp, whiny effort while swinging a power tool over my head. Please tell me he didn't do that. He sounds like an 8-year-old playing with action figures. Immediately after that clip, his mom called down from the kitchen and said it was dinner time. Not now, Mom. Wolverine is about to use his adamantium claws to destroy Medicare. Claws! I'm Wolverine. Can I have some pizza rolls? Also, how is everyone on stage with him so chill? If a famously unathletic and poorly coordinated nerd walked up to me flailing a chainsaw around in the air, I'd get the out of there. That's how Rudy Giuliani's neck got cut off. It's okay. They just glued my head onto my torso. I save a lot of time shaving. So Elon was riding high, but he and his Doge hatchet men started firing thousands of people and dismantling essential government services. And on top of that, it turns out they've made some embarrassing mistakes.
Reuters did an exhaustive analysis of what Doge claims to be its results. New York Times has done something similar. They audited the random claims of so-called savings and waste that Doge periodically throws on its bare bones website. Reuters found in its latest update this week, Doge either modified or removed more than 1,000 entries on its list, nearly half of the spending arrangements it had listed the week before. Doge triple counted a $655 million contract, claiming more than $1.8 billion in savings that didn't exist. Doge claimed it saved $8 billion by canceling a contract with the Office of Diversity and Civil Rights at ICE. You can see it right there, $8 billion with a B, right? 9 zeros. If you look a little closer, you can see the number is actually, oh, right, 8 million.
They claim they saved $8 billion, but it was actually 8 million. He added 3 zeros, which is also what Trump did when he had kids. Sorry, we asked Fred Armisen to record a rim shot for that joke, but we're still waiting, I guess, on him to send it in. So we're just gonna move on. Okay, I guess better late than never. Before he got involved in politics, Musk enjoyed a reputation as one of the smartest men in the world and an inventor without peer, and he couldn't just be satisfied with that. He also wanted to show everyone that he was good at memes, and then one thing led to another, and now he's waving chainsaws around and misplacing decimals, and it slowly dawns on people, is it possible for a genius to also be super dumb? Like, seriously, how does someone who calls himself an engineer confuse 8 billion with 8 million? Does he make the same mistakes in his cars? Look at the speedometer. We're going 90 miles an hour. Actually, it's only 9 miles an hour. And on top of all the bonehead mistakes, Musk has also been pissing off Trump's own agency heads. He got into what was described as an explosive fight with Marco Rubio during a cabinet meeting, and Rubio wasn't the only one who lashed out at Musk.
Marco Rubio unloads on Elon Musk. The two men, according to the New York Times, getting into an explosive back and forth in a closed-door cabinet meeting. Musk accusing Rubio of not slashing staff at the State Department. Now, Rubio, who the Times reported, has been privately livid at Musk for weeks, calling him a liar. According to the New York Times, it was not just Rubio involved in the clash. Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy also went after Musk for laying off air traffic controllers, saying, quote, "What am I supposed to do? I have multiple plane crashes to deal with now, and your people want me to fire air traffic controllers?"
I'd be pissed too if I was a member of the president's cabinet, confirmed by the Senate, vested with a statutory authority over a giant government bureaucracy, and white Morpheus over here tells me to fire air traffic controllers. Although I do love the naivete of a Trump official coming to a cabinet meeting and being shocked that things aren't running smoothly. It's like hiring your weed dealer as a babysitter and being surprised at the state of the house when you come home. What the hell happened here? Well, so I read him the Lorax, and then we all got super bummed out, so I let him play with the chainsaw. Seems like really cheer him up. So Musk has made embarrassing mistakes, pissed off Trump's own agency heads, and now his sales are plummeting, his stock price is falling, and his companies are the targets of protests across the country.
Tesla shares have been dropping for a record 7 straight weeks, causing Elon Musk to lose billions of dollars.
Tesla giving back all of its post-election gains on its worst day since 2020. It is now worth less than half of what it was at its mid-December peak.
Today, hundreds of demonstrators gathered outside more than 50 Tesla showrooms across the country protesting Elon Musk.
The demonstrators are calling on everyone to stop buying and driving Tesla cars.
A message for Musk tonight, a protest outside a Tesla showroom in San Francisco.
This was a protest today in Houston, Texas, at one of the Tesla dealerships in that big city.
These protesters are chanting right now, Elon Musk has got to go.
The vibe is so bad that the air dancers at Tesla dealerships are just standing upright with their arms at their sides. And it's really weird when they don't move at a Tesla dealership because they operate on air and Elon Musk blows. Can we get that? Can you just play that rim shot again? Oh, Fred didn't send in a second one? Can't we just use the first one he sent? What? We can't because of union rules? Well, that doesn't make any... At least give me a heads up. In fact, Musk has become so toxic, even right-wing pundits are starting to turn on him.
I support what Elon Musk is doing with Doge, but do you think we need to see a little less of Elon Musk for a while?
Everybody's entitled to their opinion.
Do you know what I mean by that? Do you know what I mean by that? I think that he's... He can do what he has to do without being so public. Maybe. I'm just asking.
I understand, but Mr. Musk, number one, he marches to the beat of his own drum. That's clear. Number two, he has his own style and way of doing things.
Okay, so your number one and your number two mean the same thing. You know, number one, he marches to the beat of his own drum, and number two, he has his own style of doing things. Number three, he can be a bit eccentric. Number four, he plays by his own rule book. Those all mean the same thing, Senator. Well, I'm just trying to avoid saying what I really think, which is he's a weirdo. That interview, by the way, was on Newsmax. If you're not familiar, Newsmax is like if Fox News had a crazy uncle. Also, we've mentioned this before, but I simply refuse to believe that Senator John Kennedy, who went to Oxford and used to be a Democrat, actually talks like that. I think, one, that's a fake accent, and two, he's only pretending to sound like that. Also, it's such a devastating criticism to say to someone, we like what you're doing, we just want to see less of you. It's like if a friend was crashing at your place and you said, we love having you as a guest, but we were wondering if maybe you could sleep in the basement and not come out when we have our other friends over. So now Musk is the subject of nationwide protests. Agency heads are mad at him. MAGA pundits are distancing themselves from him. Polls show he's deeply unpopular. And perhaps most importantly, actual sales of his cars have plummeted, especially in Europe. And you can see all of this taking a toll on Elon. He went from an energetic warrior waving around a chainsaw at a conservative conference just a few weeks ago to, this.
So it's a call to action. You're hearing a call to action.
Yeah.
You giving up your other stuff? I mean, how are you running your other businesses?
With great difficulty. Yeah, I mean.
But there's no turning back, you're saying?
I'm just here trying to make government more efficient.
Oh, man. What a loud sigh. It's rare to see a man look this defeated on TV. He went from sounding like a motivational speaker to sounding like the Jets coach at a post-game press conference. Yeah, we're just, trying to be more efficient. Maybe we'll just cut the quarterback position entirely. Musk doesn't have Trump's ability to always pretend that everything's going great. If Trump were in charge of Musk's company, he'd be saying, we're selling more Teslas than ever before. SpaceX just landed on Neptune. Now we're going straight to the sun. We're going to blow up the sun. No more solar panels. No more green new scam because the sun will be gone. No more woke. No more woke. You won't be woke because the sun will never be out. You'll always be asleep. We got rid of the sun. I remember the man in the moon came up to me, big moon, strong moon. Tears pouring down from his lunar craters into his sea of tranquility. And he said to me, sir, mamaga. And I said, what does mamaga mean? He said, make the moon great again. So Musk had to turn to Trump for his help in a desperate and embarrassing infomercial on the White House lawn where Trump couldn't even get the name of Musk's company right.
He came out, he endorsed me very strongly, and I admired that and respected that, and I respected him for years. I respected him. Thank you all very much. I love Tesla.
And I hope everyone who's watching goes out and buys stock in Tesla. I love Tesla sounds like the name of a sitcom about a neighborhood nerd. Honey, did Tesla do a science experiment that turned the cat into a dog? What can I say? I love Tesla. Imagine how embarrassing it is to ask someone to promote your product and they can't even get the name right. This is like if the general forgot which insurance he was advertising. Take it from the general. Nationwide is on your side. Oh, that's not right. Not only was this flagrantly corrupt, but this entire gambit, it all depends on Trump convincing his MAGA supporters to buy Teslas after spending months telling them on the campaign trail, electric vehicles suck.
Here's the problem with an electric car. They don't go far. They cost a fortune. So unless you want to go to the local store or something, you're not going to buy it. So you're in the middle of the desert, you say, we're running low on electric. Do they have a charger around it? They don't work in the cold and they don't go far. Other than that, I think they're wonderful. Let's drive down and get some potatoes from Idaho. Well, sir, that'll be about 6 stops. But they want everybody to have an electric car. We don't have enough electricity. We couldn't make enough electricity for that. What do you think of an electric car?
Oh, yeah, these people definitely sound like they're going to buy a Tesla. I know I told you electric vehicles cost too much and they don't go far and they don't work in the cold and they use too much electricity. And if you drive one, you'll get stuck in the desert and possibly die. But you should help out. You should help out Elon and buy one. Poor guy got so many kids, he doesn't know what to do. New one shows up every day. Where was I? All right, go out and buy a Tesla. We fostered a culture of elite impunity in America, so I have no idea if Musk will face any real consequences for creating so much needless misery and chaos. But the effects on his bottom line have been real. Sales are plummeting, the stock price is falling, and he's losing billions of dollars. He's destroying his own brand with a...
Chainsaw!
This has been a closer look.